Hey guys, welcome back. Today we're going to start off with brows. I'm going to wet my brush and take my Take Me Back to Brazil palette and use this pink here and start at the beginning of my brows and start filling it in. I'll be switching colors from red, orange, yellow, green, blue, and then purple. Now we'll go ahead and shape the brows. I'll take my concealer and start cleaning up on the bottom of my brows, and then I'll use foundation to clean up the top. I like to use foundation to clean up the top just because when I put my foundation on, it doesn't have that stark white line of a bright concealer on the top of my brows, only on the bottom highlighting my brow. And once I'm done with that side, I'll do the other. For the glitter on my brows, I'm using this Glow For Me stack in Tropical. And using the pink from that stack, I am adding that to the first portion of my brows. I don't have a red in this stack, so I use one of these random reds that I do have. It doesn't have a name or a company. I got it from a masquerade store, and I'm just adding that right next to the pink. Back in that stack, I'll use the orange and apply that right next to the red. In the same stack, I'll take this yellow glitter and I'll apply this right next to the orange. Also from the same stack, I'm taking this green and I'm applying that right next to the yellow. Taking the blue shade and applying that right next to the green. And I'll go ahead and do the same thing for the purple. I'll apply the purple glitter right next to the blue. Now that this side is finished, I'll do my other brow. To create the layout I want on the bottom half of my face, I'll use this NYX Jumbo Pencil in Milk and start outlining what shape I want the drips to be and kind of like what I'm going for. I really had no idea really what I was trying to go for. I know I wanted something like dripping, but then it turned all whimsical and I loved it. So you'll just see me going in here creating the shape. Through this whole process, I did take half my face off and redo half of my face. So if this does take you a little time, that is okay, because you pretty much want the shape that you are looking for and you desire. So just take your time and create the shape. Once I've got the shape down, I'll go in with some more of that NYX Jumbo Pencil in Milk and fill it all in. Now it's time to fill in the empty space. I'm taking this bright blue shade from my ultra bright pigment stack from Mayo Makeup and I'm adding that right there. I didn't really like using these pigments because they were really hard to work with on this base. I'll also go in with my box of crayons eyeshadow palette and use this red shade that they have. Now this palette, its performance was perfect. I love this red shade that they do have in here. It is so pigmented. But then I'll go back in with some of the ultra bright pigment stack and use the pink shade that's in there and fill in that area. Now I'm taking my Duce palette by Juvias Place and using this purple shade that they have. I believe this shade is called Cream. And I'm adding that in little small areas of this pink to add a little bit more definition in these colors. Going back in with my ultra bright pigment stack, I'm using this neon yellow and I'm adding this right above my lips. And then I added it on my lips because it was so pretty. I just needed more of it. So I started adding it on my chin as well because it started looking really pretty. I'm taking a green from my BH Cosmetics Take Me Back to Brazil palette and adding that in that area. Back in with my ultra bright pigment stack, I'm taking this orange and I'm adding this on the bottom part of my cheek. And from here on, I'll keep adding the same shades and filling in the empty areas. And then with some foundation, I'll go around the edges and clean it all up and make it look nice and neat. Before foundation application, I'll start prepping my skin. I like to use the Glow From Me Doll Lip Butter for my lips. And then I'll use my Too Faced Hangover face primer to prime my skin before adding my foundation. The foundation that I'm using today, I'm using L'Oreal Pro Glow Foundation in the number 208 and number 209. This is the combination that matches my skin a lot more better. If I use 209, it's too dark. If I use 208, it is too light. I'll also be using a smaller blending brush today to blend out my foundation just because I don't have much of my face to apply foundation on. And for concealer today, I'm using my Nars Radiant Creamy Concealer in Cafe Con Leche, and I'll add this under my eyes first and then I'll blend it out, only because I'm using a brush today. It takes me a little bit longer to blend out my concealer and foundation with a brush other than a sponge. So I do like to take my time and blend my foundation out in portions. Before I set my eyes, I like to go in and clear the creases from under my eyes, and then I'll go in with my Airspun loose face powder in Naturally Neutral and press this into my skin. To set my entire face, I'm using my Maybelline Fit Me powder in 240. I'll take brown from the box of Crayons eyeshadow palette and I'll start shading around the edges of these drops. I'll be doing that all around my face. I also want to shade some of like the wavy areas to kind of give it more of a shadow effect as well. And if you do go too close with your shadow, you can go in between the edges with some more foundation to clear out the space. I want to deepen up these edges some more, so I went in with black and I started filling in the edges, but I ended up not liking how dark that was and just pretty much used the same shades for each bubble. So I went in with pink and I started outlining the pink at the edge a little bit more. That's where you see me messing up with the black. So I just went in with some more purple and outlined the purple as well. For my lips, I am doing a combination. I'm taking my Inglot Duraline and mixing it with this Ultra Bright Pigment Stack and painting this on my lips. I loved how this came out. I feel like it put the whole look together. Then I'm going to take this highlighter called Moonstone by Smolder Cosmetics and add that to my cheekbones. Also do the same for the bridge of my nose and the tip of my nose. After that, I'll blend the creases from my eye. Taking this pink shade from the Zulu palette by Juvias Place, I'm going to add this in my crease. I'm not going to add too many colors today, so it'll just be this pretty pink shade lightly blended across my crease. To highlight my brow bone and inner corner, I'm taking this shade Tart from the Duce palette by Juvias Place and adding it in those spots. Today I want to do glitter liners, so I'm taking this all tea no shade glitter stack by Glow For Me doll and using the silver shards of glitter and applying that as my wing liner. I'm taking eyelash glue for the wing part and applying the glitter on top of it, and then I'll take some glitter glue and add that part on my lids. I felt like my lash line was too bare, so I went in with this baby blue shade and started defining it. Once I've done that, I take a red eyeliner by Hard Candy called Firecracker and apply that to my waterline, add some mascara, and then I'll add some lashes. I'm using CraveLashes in Salted Caramel. And for the last step, I'll go ahead and set my face. And this is the completed look, you guys. Thank you all so much for watching. I had so much fun creating this look. I do encourage everyone who has a creative side to go outside of your box and just try new things, because it does open up doors in your mind to inspire you to do different stuff. If you did like this video, please comment. I would love to interact with you guys. Also, like this video. Subscribe if you aren't already subscribed. And until next time, you guys, bye.